we're going to talk a little bit about the editing functions within your digital audio workstation. Here on the left side in the instances or the channel strips, you can see I put already a couple of synths there, the ESP, the ES2, and a couple other synths. This one is the Ultra Beat, which is actually a drum machine within Logic Pro. So as you can hear, we have a synth ready for you. So I'm going to play a little melody and then we can have an insight of that. Just going to play basically a little bit like a bass arpeggiator kind of style. So let's see how this goes. So there we go. I played quick a bass and arpeggiator style bass. I make it a little bit smaller here. And as you can see, I double click it. You can see instant there the notes I did play. And here on the bottom we have mixer, sample editor, piano roll, score, and the hyper editor. These are all basics within any digital audio workstation. You will see that in Ableton Live, in Cubase, in Pro Tools, and Logic Pro, of course. So these are just the basics. So these are the notes I played. As you can hear, I'm gonna move that back. And as you can see, it's right now, it's not quantized. It's right not there on the right bars, as you can see. So here we have a quantize function. If I just put here, select them all, and in the quantize I can do like 8 swing notes, tuplets, of course 16 swing notes, and the most obvious is of course the 16th note. And when I do that, you can see that everything will be quantized right on 16th note. And here we go. Then we go here in the score where we can actually see the notes, what I played, the arpeggiator, or which notes I did play. And here in the hyper editor, if we double click it, we go in the hyper editor, we can see here on the global tracks volume, pan, modulation, pitch bend, poly pressure, program to choose the programs from your synth, which preset you want to, and here of course the velocity of your track. You can see it's not really even, so I can put it all right. I click the escape button and then I get like a whole tool coming up there, a pointer, pencil, eraser, a line tool, and a zoom tool. In this case, I just put the line tool. I click here and I bring it all up to 127 volume, so everything is equal right there. So just the basic editor functions. So if you play a melody, you double click it, or if in any other digital audio workstation, just go in the function where you can go in the editor straight. You have the hyper editor where we can do velocity, the volume mainly from the notes we played, the poly pressure, the way we played it actually. We have pitch bend. I'll give you an example. Like this, like, you know, we can put it up or down, 12 notes, 24, 16, whatever we want. Then we have a modulation, which makes a kind of a vibrato on the sound itself, panning, left, right, and of course the main volume of that track. Then, like I said, the score, we can see always what we played. The piano roll, we can actually add there as well. Here we can basically see the notes we played, and I can add some more notes if I want. I just double click them, and I just move them around, whatever I want, or I just copy them off. Here we go, and we can even hear moving up and down. We can add notes whatever we want. So in the piano roll, we can always see what we played. The sample editor is to transform the melody you played into a sample, as you can see there, the waveform. It's a little bit more in depth in the editor to convert MIDI into audio. And then we got, of course, the last one, or the first in line, the mixer. If we have much more tracks, we will see, of course, a lot of the mixers right there, the instances with the instruments. And in the mixer, as it says, we can basically mix out each channel and the track, each instrument, the effects we add, and so on and so on. So this is just the basics of the editor. The mixer, sample editor, piano roll, the score, and the hyper editor are your main basics. If you play a melody, if you put a sample, whatever, if you want to go more in depth, you do need the editor, and you can fix everything right in there on your track, whether it's MIDI or it's audio.